kept having this vision that I was over in Egypt, and I always ended up at the Giza pyramid, the Great Pyramid. I always ended up there somehow. And this dream took place for at least 2 weeks. So I kept having a vision of me going there, and I found a body somewhere in the pyramid that nobody discovered yet. And as I keep going, I get closer. Like every day, I get closer to this person and this dream. And when I finally opened the lid of that coffin, it was a guy laying there with a golden staff, and he had a red crystal in his forehead.
Right at his third eye.
Yeah, I'm just like I didn't know what was going on, so I'm thinking it's like a regular comic dream where you just have a dream that you're flying and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it started doing once I got closer to see what was going on, that red crystal just like shot out this red energy beam. It was coming like directly to my forehead as if it was a cyclops beam or something. So I don't really know what's going on yet, but all I know is all of this is taking place. So now I'm kind of curious now. So now I'm starting to go and follow what's going on because it's getting interesting. So I started doing some research on Egypt and looking up all about Egypt. I looked up all the gods and goddesses of Egypt, and I realized, okay, so now I see what's going on here. I understand who God. I understand how we were created. I understand how we got these attributes and these abilities that we have. Because we all know before we had these abilities and attributes, we were basically dumbed down. We had no knowledge of anything.
Right.
Until now that the Anunnaki, they came about and the story of that.
Yeah.
And that gave me clarity on a lot of the extra things. So now I'm just like, you know what? I just started to let everything happen. I didn't know how to do anything. I didn't know how to meditate. I didn't know how to let go of anything. I didn't know how to continue grounded and unbound myself. I didn't know anything. So I went cold turkey. I went cold turkey and stopped eating meat.
Mm-hmm.
This happened. This was May 14th, 2019. I just stopped. I went cold turkey, stopped eating meat. I went alkaline, all fresh raw veggies and fruit and water only. So within 30 days, I came from 235 pounds and I came down to 195 pounds in under 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
I started to have all this energy. I didn't know what was going on. I thought I was going crazy because I never went to sleep. I only had like an hour or 2 hours of sleep a day, and I'm walking around here as if I was fully energized, but I really was, but I had no idea what was going on. So I started getting into the universe and the sky. I started just staring at the sky for some reason. I never did it before. Every time the moon came out, it's like I would just look directly at the moon as if the moon was like trying to say something to me.
Mm.
Here I am just like, what is going on? I'm going crazy. I don't know. But I do know that I feel great. I feel great about this transition. Whatever's happening, it feels great. But it's scary at the same time. So I'm sitting there like, what to do? Just give in and don't resist. So here I am. I'm just going with the flow of everyday life.
You got to surrender.
Yeah. And I realize when you resist these things, it gets harder.
Yep.
The challenge becomes greater and harder for you, and that becomes overwhelming for a lot of people, and that can draw them into a deep state of depression. And oh man, it's just a lot. I became in all of this time. I'm gonna just say this short time. I've grown so much. I consider myself a mystical breatharian guru. This is what I consider myself now.
You just heard a clip from the Inner Peace with Dr. Reese podcast. Available on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, and more. Subscribe today and move a step closer to liberation.
My friend, in order to keep this podcast free for the public, I could really use your help. I'd love for you to consider becoming a patron. In return, I'll provide you with behind-the-scene updates and bonus material. You can also support by listening to my meditations on Spotify or Apple, buying my books on Amazon or Audible, and by simply sharing my work. I appreciate you. Walk with peace.